Alright, sir, for the video, may I please have your first and last name, sir?
Everett Beckham.
Sir Everett, we're at truck 1 heading out for 10 laps. Would you please place your left foot on the brake pedal, hold our brake pedal down, reach for that shifter lever, get us in first gear, please. Off the brake, roll forward, both hands on the wheel, and for center of pit lane. Light throttle, reach for that lever, second gear, swing it to the right, swing it to the right, swing it to the left. I want you to feel that body roll. There you go, on the entrance. Look right, turn right, wheel straight, and accelerate to the bottom of the hill. Accelerate. Off throttle, left foot on the brake, 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 brake. Very good, sir. Off the brake, up the hill. Up the hill. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. And brake. Full stop. Very good, sir. Off the brake, bring us to a full stop on top of that hill. And brake. Hold that brake pedal down, stay ready. Truck 1 for 10.
You're clear. Come on out. You're clear.
Copy clear. Ready, sir?
Yep.
Off the brake, start to accelerate, third gear, and for center, and accelerate to reach the top. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. And brake, off the brake, off throttle, you get away from the cone, accelerate. Dump and accelerate, maintain throttle, maintain, accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Off throttle, hold her straight, and off the brake. That was too soon. Off throttle, turn right, back on throttle. Brake, off throttle, turn right, off throttle. You get away from that cone, sir. Yep. Accelerate, 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 gas, 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 off throttle. Light throttle, maintain momentum, and off throttle. Brake, no gas, no brake, no gas, no brake. Sir, off the gas, off the gas. We need to coast to this turn. Accelerate. Over to the right. Accelerate on the right. Accelerate, accelerate. Off throttle. Accelerate, hugging that right. Accelerate, accelerate. And brake, off throttle. And accelerate. Wheel straight, or to the left. Off throttle. We're gonna come off the gas, sir.
Yep.
Brake, off the brake, turn right. Accelerate. Aim for center. Wheel straight, off the gas. So we need to come off the gas.
Yep.
Okay? Turn right, accelerate. Accelerate. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Off throttle. Hold her straight. Brake, off the brake, look right, turn right, accelerate. On the brake, off throttle, turn right. Not yet, too soon. You gotta wait, sir.
Okay.
Accelerate, accelerate. Accelerate, accelerate, gas, gas, gas. Back on throttle. And brake, off throttle. Let her roll, left, left, left. And accelerate. Off throttle, turn right, back on throttle. Accelerate. Off throttle, accelerate, hugging that right. And brake, off throttle, wait for the cone, accelerate. Wheel straight, or to the left, off the gas, accelerate. Brake, off the gas, turn right, accelerate. Accelerate, accelerate, and for center up the jump. Off throttle. Good, much better. Brake, off throttle. Turn right, off throttle. Gonna wait for the cone. Accelerate. Accelerate. Eyes up. Accelerate, accelerate. Off throttle. Brake, off throttle. Look right, turn right, accelerate. Brake, off throttle, accelerate. Wheel straight and accelerate. Gas, gas, gas. Hold it straight. Off throttle. Good landing. Accelerate. And brake, off the gas. Roll, roll. left, 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 and accelerate. Off throttle, turn right, accelerate. Off throttle and accelerate, hugging that right. And brake, off throttle, accelerate. Wheel straight, or to the left. Off throttle, accelerate. Brake, off throttle. Turn right, accelerate. Aim for center of the jump. Off throttle. Good. Brake, off throttle, accelerate. Good, good transition. Off throttle, hold her straight, and brake, off the brake. Turn right, accelerate on the right. Off throttle, and accelerate. Nice. Accelerate. Off the gas. There we go. And brake, don't forget to breathe. Left, accelerate. Off throttle, turn right, accelerate. Off throttle and accelerate, hugging that right. Brake, off throttle, accelerate. More to the left, off throttle, accelerate. Brake, off throttle, turn right, accelerate. Got it? There you go, accelerate. Off throttle. And brake, let it roll, accelerate, eyes up. Accelerate, hold it center. Off the gas. Brake, off the gas. A little easier on the brake next time. Accelerate. Squeeze brake, off throttle. Right, accelerate. Wheel straight, then accelerate. Off throttle. Good landing right there. And brake, off the gas. How we doing, sir? Good. Left, accelerate. Off throttle, turn right, accelerate. Off throttle and accelerate on the right. And brake, off throttle, accelerate. Wheel straight, or to the left, off throttle, accelerate. Brake, off throttle, smooth on the right, accelerate. Off throttle. And brake, accelerate on the right. Eyes up. Off throttle, hold her straight. Brake, off the brake. Look right, turn right, accelerate. Brake, off throttle, accelerate. Good catch, accelerate. Off throttle. Good landed. And brake, off the brake. Let it roll, breathe. Left, and accelerate. Off throttle, turn right, accelerate. Off throttle and accelerate, hugging that right. Brake, off throttle, accelerate. More to the left, off throttle, accelerate. Good. Brake, off throttle. Smooth on the right. Right, accelerate. Off throttle. Oh, brake, off the brake. Accelerate. Eyes up. Off throttle, hold her straight. Squeeze brake, off brake. Look right, turn right. Accelerate. Off brake, off throttle, accelerate. Wheel straight and accelerate. Accelerate. Off throttle, hold her steady. Brake, off brake, let it roll. Left, and accelerate. Off throttle, right, accelerate on the right. off throttle, and accelerate, hugging that right. And brake, off throttle, and accelerate. Wheel straight, off the gas, accelerate. Brake, off throttle, turn right, accelerate. Off throttle. You'll land it. Brake, off the brake, turn right, accelerate. Off throttle, hold it straight. Brake, off the gas, turn right, and accelerate on the right. On the brake, off throttle, right, accelerate on the right. Wheel straight. Off throttle. Good. How are we doing, sir?
Good.
Alright, brake, let it roll. Keep it center, keep it smooth. Left, and accelerate. Oh. Off throttle, accelerate. Off throttle and accelerate, hugging down right. And brake, off throttle, accelerate. Wheel straight. Accelerate. Brake, off throttle, turn right, accelerate. Aim for center, wheel straight, off throttle. Good. Brake, turn right, accelerate. Jump. Off throttle, hold her straight, brake, off throttle, accelerate on the right. On the brake, off throttle, accelerate. Accelerate, keep it straight, gas. Off throttle, you're landing, accelerate. Off throttle, brake, off the brake, let it roll, left, accelerate. Off throttle, turn right, accelerate on the right. Off throttle, accelerate, hug it down right. Brake, off throttle, accelerate. Wheel straight, one to the left. Off throttle, accelerate. Brake, off throttle. Smooth on the right. Accelerate. Off throttle. And brake, the brake, turn right, accelerate. Jump and accelerate. Off throttle, hold her straight. Brake, off throttle. Smooth on the right. Accelerate. On the brake, off throttle, accelerate on the right. Wheel straight. Gas. Off throttle. Roll. And brake, let it go. Breathe. Accelerate. Off throttle, turn right, accelerate on the right. Off throttle, accelerate, hugging down right. And brake, off throttle, accelerate. Final jump. One to the left. Off throttle. And brake. We're going to exit on the left. Alright, one on exit. Sharp left. Alright, Mr. Everett, that was fun. What do you think?
Oh, that was awesome.
Good deal. Good progression. Good driving out there. On the left here. We're going to head over that view item. Straight ahead. Move over to the left. We're going to continue heading towards the orange cone. Alright, turn that wheel all the way to the right. Just be aware. Folks walking. And cut it to the right, sir. All the way to the right. Aim for center. On the brake, full stop, hold that brake pedal down, get it back and forth. Mr. Everett, it was a pleasure riding with you. I hope you enjoyed it as well.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Very
Thank
cool.
you.